Hey, Dr. Gene Clerkin here with Monadnock Natural Health, helping you to find your blueprint to wellness and a roadmap to living your best life. I wanted to talk a little bit today about discomfort and uncertainty. We all want to be comfortable. We want to have the things we need to keep us safe, a roof over our head, enough money, food, shelter, maybe stable relationship, that kind of thing. I think that's, what most people like. And but when it comes to life, there are times of comfort and times of discomfort. And when I think back at my life at some major times of discomfort, there's also something that comes along with that too. And there's a gift there. And so I think, a couple of things, major kind of turning points or major stepping stones, let's say, in my life. One of them was, committing to going to chiropractic school, which is a huge financial commitment, huge time commitment. Huge unknown, lots of uncertainty there, but certainly something that most people can, that have done something like that can say, wow, that was really, I got so much out of it. I didn't know what was going to happen, but completely life-changing and life-altering. When I was, I was struggling with my health for a long time, as many of you know, and I found this program that taught about functional wellness, functional nutrition, and I had done some of the courses leading up to an advanced course, and this coursework was like over a year's period of time, but it was a $26,000 course, and you had to pay it. There was no you just had to pay it up front. There was no payments or anything like that. And at that time, I didn't have the money, and that was a lot of money to me. I didn't have the money, but I just had this sort of knowing, this I've got to do this, not only to get my own health back, but I just saw the potential in it. And in those days, this was in the 90s, it was like the mid 90s. They used to get those credit card checks. Every day you'd get an envelope with checks from some credit card company, and I literally I got two different ones, and I wrote two checks out, split it in half, and that's how I paid for it. And so I didn't have any of the funds, but I just had to do it. I knew I had to do it. And so it was really, I guess the point is, really uncomfortable, very scary for me, a lot of uncertainty, but yet it helped me, bring my own health back from the brink. And I've been able to help like thousands of people with what I learned in this program, and it's paid for itself, I don't know how many times over, and it's helped me to help lots of people, and completely life-changing and life-altering thing. I did another, years later, I had done a lot of different things in chiropractic and healing work and nutrition, and I had all these tools, and I wanted to put them together in some kind of a way that I could offer it to people and help them, and I just couldn't quite figure out how to do it, and I knew I needed some help and some coaching on this, and I finally found this coaching program that was it was the perfect fit for what I wanted to accomplish. But it was another huge financial commitment. It was actually a 3-year program, and more than I had ever invested on anything in my life. So I was, of course, coming from my normal scared place, I was totally scared, and it was very, very uncomfortable. But again, I just felt like I had to do it at the time. Castine was encouraging, which was helpful. She said, "You can do it, honey." But again, very uncomfortable, but lots of growth, lots of return on investment in that uncomfortable situation. Not long after that, I did another program which was similar, and the financial commitment wasn't as long, but similar. I think even more per year, but with a guy named Bo Eason. And but again, I just had this feeling like, wow, I need to do this. And from that program, it stemmed some creativity and something else that I wanted to do and create a new program, which we're doing, and I've been working on for the last couple of years to roll out here pretty soon. But again, another uncomfortable situation, another opportunity for growth. And then most recently, my wife and I had been looking to maybe do a bed and breakfast for many years. And I've been wanting to do some retreats. And I also, am a musician and songwriter and like to perform. But I'm kind of a homebody, so I don't like to go out. And so this inn came for sale, and it was like it filled all these boxes, and it was like, wow, this would be great. But a 200-year-old building, a huge financial commitment, very uncomfortable, lots of uncertainty, And we're in it right now. We're in the uncertainty. It's a huge project, and but the gifts, the return, and what we'll get back for this level of uncomfort will be the greatest gifts that we've gotten in our lives. And so the point of this whole thing is that life isn't always going to be comfortable, and we have to learn to kind of go and lean into the discomfort and lean into the uncertainty if we want growth. If we don't want growth, we stay comfortable. But the problem is that life comes along and kicks us in the butt and forces the growth whether we want it or not. So it might as well be on our terms. But there's going to be discomfort, there's going to be uncertainty in our lives. It's part of the whole thing. And you sort of ebb and flow between the certainty and the uncertainty. And I think part of the growth process, part of healing, is that we have to learn to lean into and be comfortable in the uncertain times. So I would love it if you want to share something in the chat box, maybe something that you went through, something that was uncomfortable, some uncertainty in your life, and what was the return? What did you get back in return for that discomfort, for that uncertainty? What was the growth that you got from that? And so if you like what you hear and you want to hear more of these kind of conversations, certainly subscribe to our channel. You could also look us up on the web, monadnocknaturalhealth.com. We also offer free discovery call. Probably put a link in the chat box for that as well. And so if you're looking for any help with functional wellness, functional nutrition, and even healing type work as well, just check us out. So thank you so much. Dr. Gene Clerkin, Monadnock Natural Health.